Hello T-Bags, Cineric77 coming at you today from my YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing my first survival gear review, and this is going to be a view slash ramble type scenario. First of all, what we're going to be discussing is this. This is a fire piston, for those of y'all who do not recognize this off the bat. It works just like the piston in any combustion engine. This would be the actual piston itself, and this would be the cylinder. Okay, and what it is, as you can see, there's something sticking out the top there. You'll see it. That is a tinder. That tinder is for catching an ember, for making the ember. This is the fuel, so to speak, for this. Because like in a car engine, what that does, the piston compresses a volume of gas that is a mixture of gasoline vapor and air, and it squeezes it down tight, compresses it tight, extremely tight, and then an electronic spark from your spark plug catches it, makes a tiny explosion in your engine, which forces the piston back down, and that's how you get torque and momentum and horsepower for your vehicle. Okay, but we're making this more simple than that, in the essence that it's just your piston, your cylinder, and the explosion is going to make a tiny ember grow in the end of this tinder, and it's a pretty cool process. You have this one's made out of milled aluminum. I'm gonna go real quick. There are ones made out of wood, stainless steel, copper, brass, animal horn, PVC pipe. Tons of videos online teaches you how to make it. Okay, a bunch of them I don't like because they require use of some type of string as the same purpose of my O-ring here, for sealing your cylinder to help make an airtight seal. I don't like that. The ultimate core of survival is calorie conservation, the saving of calories. And even though most people say that's not burning a lot, it's still burning. So a fire piston with a O-ring is what suits me best. I don't like using natural materials or organic materials, so to speak, because they have a tendency to splinter, warp, and break and crack a lot easier than metals do. You can also find these made out of titanium as well, and those are the bomb ass ones. Those are like $100. I'm not spending that much money on one. I spent $35 on this online at goinggear.com, I believe. If not, then y'all can just find these anywhere. YouTube videos all over the place teaches you how to make them. So once again, as I was saying, it helps in the aid of making fire. Once you get your ember burning here, you take your pre-made bird's nest, and a bird's nest is basically what it sounds like. It's a bundle of twigs, grass, and stuff, ranging from extremely fine and fibrous up to not so fine and fibrous, extremely coarse, so to speak. So that way the ember that you create here, you can transfer to said bird's nest, and you blow and blow and blow, and the ember catches the other finer materials, which catch the larger, and so on and so forth, until you get one giant ember, and you can turn that giant ember into a fire, which, bada bing, you just add small sticks and twigs up to larger ones, and you have fire. Okay, there we go. So that's what this is for, is to help make that process so much easier. Fire piston technology actually goes back a very long time. I'm not going to chunk some number out there that I'm not sure, but it's an extremely long time. It's one of the earliest methods behind friction fire. Um, they've actually found fire pistons in archaeological sites that were still able to work. But that's kind of cool. I like metal. Metal lasts. Metal's good. It's my preference. For those of y'all who want something that's not as machined or mechanical as something as this, but mind you, this has a higher tolerance. The gap is minimal. It's in the hundreds of thousands. That's, yeah, you need a feeler gauge, and I don't have a set, or I would tell you exactly the gap difference. But here's the cool thing. So, let's see if we can get a demonstration. I am never prepared whenever I have the camera on, and is I? No, I'm not. No, ever. Okay. See the tinder? And the tinder can be anything from ranging from charred materials, being char cloth, cattail, or anything of the nature of charred cord. It could be jute, charred jute, whatever, as long as it's charred. I think in some cases you can actually use jute, but don't quote me on that, without it being charred. You can also use what they call chaga, which is a tree fungus that I believe grows on birch trees. I'm not quite sure. If I'm wrong, sue me. But chaga is a beautiful thing to have, as well as being medicinal in the fact that it has antioxidants and vitamins and all that good jazz. But it's also used to create fire. You cut it off the tree, let it dry out. That's it. That's it. And you can use it, and it's very porous, fibrous, and it's excellent at catching embers. But, like I was saying, like in a car engine, you put this in, and this bada bing is a complete piston and cylinder. And what you do is you slam one piece onto the other, whether it be you slam the cylinder to piston, piston to cylinder, or you slam them both together at the same time. I do not recommend that method because you have a tendency to make things buckle. Remember that. Remember that. So, and compress all the volume of air that is now trapped in here. Be sure you lube the O-ring, which you can use Vaseline, chapstick, lip balm, spit, just something. Do not let it go above the O-ring. And what you do is after you lube the O-ring, you would want to prime your cylinder by just sticking in there and just pushing it in and out a couple of times. And what that does is help lubricate the cylinder walls and seal. Exacto, wipe that fucking smile off your face, you pervert. Sorry. But anyways, and what you do, just slam it. That didn't work, so we're gonna try one more time. Nope. Alright. Seldom does it work for me by hand. Doesn't want to work. I'm sucking. I'm looking bad on camera. There we go. I guess third, fourth time's charm, huh? As y'all can see, I do have a burning ember. It's best to do the slamming on a flat surface, a flat, sturdy, steady surface, so that way you can get the maximum pressure needed to actually slam it together, because you want to do it really fast, really hard, a lot of pressure needed, and there you go. You'll get a burning embers like that, and This is what the divot looks like without any tinder in it. It's pretty cool. Got it to work. Looked like an idiot for a couple of tries, but oh well. There we go. That's fire piston, y'all. That's my review. It's our stores, so it's awesome. If you do not have one of these, pick one up. If you don't want to spend the money, all it is: tube, stick, half hole, notch. Make your own. T-bags, thank you very much for watching. I hope y'all got some type of enjoyment and entertainment out of this, as well as somewhat of an education. Comment, subscribe if you had not. Please, you know, help me keep this thing going, y'all. And by just watching my videos, man. That's all I need. Thank you very much. Remember, keep your finger in the control. Thanks again. Bye.